Again, thank you all for taking time out on a Friday evening. I know all of us have busy lives. It's great to be here. I've screened this film probably 100 times or so. Every time I see Cristal, Priscilla, I get inspired, rejuvenated, because it's been tough. The struggle's been very tough on our familias, on our community, on our children, our students. But again, thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Currently, as I stated in the film, we've immediately after they deemed our classes in violation of HB 2281, we filed suit in the federal courts. With that comes a lot of preparation, a lot of resources. So that's where we are right now. Recently, we went through after they deemed our classes out of compliance with the law, the state of Arizona provided our school district the opportunity to appeal the law, to appeal the findings. So through that appeal, the state superintendent, who's now Superintendent Huppenthal, conducted a $110,000+ independent audit of our department. And through that audit, all those things like, they're going to flip the pedagogy when we come into classes, they're going to flip what they do, they're going to script everything, that argument was out of the door. So with the audit, it was about a 6-week audit, an independent firm called the Cambium Audit Learning Group produced an audit of our department. And within that audit, they found that for 7 consecutive years, students in our classes closed the achievement gap between Latinos and white students in our district. Furthermore, they found that the graduation rates were anywhere from 5 to, at the lowest, to 10% higher. And that is significant, given the educational crisis that the Latino community is facing. So the state superintendent withheld the findings of the audit because he knew he was in trouble. So he didn't release the findings of the audit until 7 weeks after he received it. And his response to it was, well, they did indeed know when the auditors were going to come into the classes, so they did flip the pedagogy, they did flip what they were teaching. So we responded, well, that argument, okay, you have that argument, but how can you dispute the data? 7 consecutive years with thousands of students. Any of you quantitative folks out there, you have N sizes of over 1,000, that's pretty significant for 7 years straight. Public schools, urban schools throughout the nation are seeking ways in which to close the achievement gap, seeking ways in which to stop that push-out rate that we have for Latino youth. So we were just, we knew that was going to happen. We knew what the results of the audit were going to be because we conducted our own research. We've had people at the University of Arizona conduct research on the efficacy of our classes, and it was consistent. The audit was very consistent. The audit went so far as to recommend to the district that we need to expand these classes. So he denounced his own audit, and then he had some hearings in front of an administrative law judge in Phoenix who was appointed by Governor Jan Brewer. So we knew that the outcome of that. So we went through about 10 days, 8+ hours each day in which testimony was taken. I went up for a couple of days. I did about 14 hours of testimony on our curriculum, on our pedagogy. The administrative law judge found us to be out of compliance with the law. And that was this past December. January 10th of this year, a month ago, our school district caved to the racist legislation, the pressure, because they hid behind the the premise that our district would be fined anywhere from $15 to $20 million if we continue to teach the classes. So they cowered to that pressure, that financial pressure, but I believe they could have continued to fight because our classes are explicitly written into a federal desegregation order, which our district has been under for the past 40 years. So it's kind of odd in our state. I know people out here might not understand, but in the state of Arizona, many believe that state law trumps federal law, but we keep trying to tell them that's not the way it works. So that's kind of where we are in the legal case. We're continuing our federal litigation. We have an upcoming hearing on March 19th. 3 of our students are also involved in the case, two of them being our daughters, Lorenzo Lopez and myself. Both of our daughters are now in the case. And so, like I said before, it's going to take an awful lot of resources. Our attorney is working pro bono with a team of lawyers throughout the nation. And, it's going to cost money to actually get Tom Horn in the deposition, to get Superintendent Hubenthal, to get various school officials in our district who have eliminated our department. So that's where we are right now. And the implications of setting a precedent to eliminate Chicano studies are far-reaching. We're within the Ninth Circuit. The Ninth Circuit is very influential in this country in terms of our federal judiciary. So we're going out throughout the nation. Thank you all here for bringing us out, but to raise that consciousness and to let people know that because this happened in Arizona, it's not going to be. We're not going to be able to retain it here in Arizona. We see copycat legislation. Similar to 1070, the anti-immigrant legislation that took place in Arizona, and this is going to follow suit. And this has implications for all of us. The denial of one's history, of one's cultura, one's literary, artistic contributions to this country are at stake, and they have been eliminated in the state of Arizona. They have been deemed as against the law. So that's where we are right now. Maria?